In the event that you're searching for HEX cost expectations figure for 2024, 2024, 2025, 2030 and need to know where the cost of HEX will go from now on, we will investigate the previous costs of HEX and we'll figure out what specialists are talking about its future cost activities. If it's not too much trouble, remember that you want to take this expectation and each and every forecast with the aim that this is just the idea of some market master experts. Also, anticipating something so amazing is totally unimaginable. Yet, we will make an honest effort. How about we start? As per the most recent information accumulated, the ongoing cost of HEX is $0.18 and HEX is presently positioned #225 in the whole crypto environment. The dissemination supply of HEX is 173,411,074,413 with a market cap of $309,097,557. In the beyond 24 hours, the crypto has been diminished by 785% in its ongoing worth. Assuming we look at the ongoing business sector cap of the HEX with yesterday's, you can see that the market cap is likewise down. From most recent 7 days, the HEX was in great vertical pattern and expanded by 145%. HEX has shown areas of strength for extremely of late, and this could be decent an open door to dive right in and contribute. HEX Value Forecast Number Cruncher. Our HEX Forecast Number Cruncher utilizes progressed calculations and AI models dissect an immense range of elements, from verifiable value information to showcase feeling, to give a thorough expectation of HEX. Essentially input your ideal time span and see the expected anticipated worth of HEX. Our number cruncher will produce an extensive rundown of month-to-month cost expectations. Look at the market capitalization of HEX and other top digital forms of money with our instinctive instrument. Perceive how the all-out worth of every cryptographic money's flowing stockpile piles facing others, and gain experiences into the market elements. Select 2 digital forms of money to look at their market cap and imagine the outcomes. We foresee future HEX cost expectation checks estimate by applying profound man-made consciousness helped specialized examination on the past value information of HEX. We give a valiant effort to gather most extreme verifiable information for the HEX coin, which incorporate numerous boundaries like past cost, HEX market cap, HEX volume, and barely any more. Assuming you are hoping to put resources into computerized digital currencies and need great profit from your ventures, make a point to peruse our forecasts. HEX Value Forecast Outline. As of the most recent update, HEX is exchanging at around $1.08. Experts project a bullish pattern for HEX in 2025, with costs possibly coming to $0.047 mark. The negative cost expectation for HEX in 2030 is $0.0273, with a likely high of $0.0326. The cost of one HEX would reach as high as $0.82 by 2040. Our HEX long haul estimate for 2050 recommends HEX possibly going somewhere in the range of $2.05 and $0.42. HEX Value Forecast 2024. The cost of one HEX is supposed to reach at any rate level of $0.827 in 2024. The HEX cost can arrive at a most extreme degree of $0.31 with the typical cost of $0.28 all through 2024. HEX Value Forecast 2025. According to the gauge cost and specialized examination, in 2025 the cost of HEX is anticipated to reach at the very least degree of $0.38. The HEX cost can arrive at a most extreme degree of $0.47 with the typical exchanging cost of $0.39. HEX Value Gauge for 2026. As per our profound specialized examination on past value information of HEX, in 2026 the cost of HEX is gauged to be at around a base worth of $0.57. The HEX value worth can arrive at a limit of $0.67 with the typical exchanging worth of $0.59 in USD. HEX Value Forecast 2027. HEX cost is gauged to arrive at a most reduced conceivable degree of $0.085 in 2027. According to our discoveries, the HEX cost could arrive at a greatest conceivable degree of $0 with the typical conjecture cost of $0.87. HEX Value Expectation 2028. The cost of HEX is anticipated to reach at least worth of $0.0126 in 2028. The HEX cost could arrive at a greatest worth of $0.0149 with the typical exchanging cost of $0 all through 2028. HEX Value Expectation 2029. The cost of HEX is anticipated to reach at any rate level of $184 in 2029. The HEX cost can arrive at a greatest degree of $0.0217 with the typical cost of $189 all through 2029. HEX Value Forecast 2030. According to the estimate and specialized examination, in 2030 the cost of HEX is supposed to reach at the very least value worth of $0.0273. The HEX cost can arrive at a greatest value worth of $0.326 with the typical worth of $2.21. HEX value conjecture 231. As per our profound specialized examination on past value information of HEX, in 2031 the cost of HEX is anticipated to reach at least degree of $1.4. The HEX cost can arrive at a most extreme degree of $472 with the typical exchanging cost of $444. HEX value forecast 2032. The cost of HEX is anticipated to reach at any rate worth of $594 in 2032. The HEX cost could arrive at a greatest worth of $171 with the typical exchanging cost of $0616 all through 2032. HEX value forecast 2033. HEX cost is estimate to arrive at a most minimal conceivable degree of $899 in 2033. According to our discoveries, the HEX cost could arrive at a greatest conceivable degree of $0.1844 with the typical figure cost of dollars and months. HEX value figure 2040. Long-haul expectations ought to be drawn nearer with alert because of the inborn vulnerabilities in the digital currency market. Enhancement and remaining informed about the most recent improvements are key procedures for overseeing chances related with long-haul crypto ventures. According to our HEX cost forecast, the year 2040 can end with a greatest cost of $182, while the base value worth of a HEX can be around $152 with the coin exchanging at a typical cost of $163 approximately. HEX value estimate for 2050. Analyzing verifiable execution gives setting. Yet it is critical to perceive that previous presentation isn't characteristic of future outcomes. According to the conjecture and specialized examination, in 2050 the cost of HEX is supposed to reach at least value worth of $205. The HEX cost can arrive at a greatest value worth of $242 with the typical worth of $219. HEX value conjecture facts. What amount really does HEX cost in 2025? The cost of HEX will increment as additional financial backers engage in the venture. In year 2025, HEX will be worth about a normal cost of $99. How high can HEX go? The typical cost of HEX could go to dollars in the outweight before the current year's over. Assuming we gauge the 5-year plan, it is assessed that the coin will effectively come to the $1 mark. Is HEX a wise venture? HEX's worth is supposed to keep on extending, as lack will in general empower cost rise. If it's not too much trouble, note, there is a gamble to any venture. Simply put resources into what you can achieve prior to arriving at any resolutions and direct the most extreme examination conceivable. What is the eventual fate of HEX? The fate of HEX